Debts can either be a costly mistake or a powerful wealth creation tool when used properly. So why is it that we weren't taught how to manage our debts in school? Hi, I'm Jackie. Welcome to Ocean 6, where we change Canadian business owners' lives by making financial goals a reality. Chances are you were taught that debts are a bad thing, and we should always work hard to pay it off as soon as possible. While being debt-free is definitely a freeing and powerful feeling, it might not always be the most efficient way to manage your money. As a successful business owner, being debt-free empowers you to make bolder moves with your business or your money. But it could also result in higher unnecessary taxes or thousands of dollars in missed opportunities. This is why you want to spend some time to understand how debt works, how it impacts your taxes, and how you can use it as a wealth creation tool. We can borrow funds to acquire assets that produce an income or a return. A classic example of this is a mortgage. Since we don't have $1 million readily available today to buy a property, we can borrow it from the bank and pay it off over time. This allows us to own the property sooner and start to reap the gains of having that property. You should only really borrow money to buy more assets. This doesn't mean not having a credit card to buy your day-to-day stuff. Rather, anything that you want to buy, including vacations, should be purchased with money that you already have and not on borrowed funds. Whereas, if there's an opportunity to invest sooner on an asset that makes sense, then you should borrow money for it and have that asset work sooner for you. So what are the considerations when thinking about our debts? The first thing that most people don't think about is the tax implications of the debt. Debts can be tax deductible if you're borrowing funds for an investment. This is why interest rates might actually be less than what you think. The second tax implications with debt is how you're paying for it. Going back to the mortgage as an example. When I first meet a prospective client, they tell me that they want to be debt-free so that they've been working hard to earn more income and increase their mortgage payments. If this property is in your personal name, every time you make an extra payment towards your mortgage, you're actually increasing your income and therefore increasing the taxes you pay to CRA. Is the interest rate higher or is the income taxes higher? Chances are the income taxes are higher than the interest that you're actually saving. Instead of focusing on being debt-free, ask yourself, what is it costing you trying to be debt-free sooner? The third thing most people don't think about is the sequence of paying off your debt. There are typically 4 types of debts. Number 1, high interest, non-tax deductible. These are usually your credit cards where they are 19 to 20% in interest rate and does nothing for your taxes. Number 2, low interest, not tax deductible. These can be your lines of credits where interest rates are less than 10% or the mortgage on your principal home. Third, the high interest tax deductible. These can be loans for some sort of investment or perhaps student loans from the government. Number 4, low interest tax deductible. This is by far the best type of debt and the best way to create wealth for your future. Generally speaking, these can be mortgages for investment properties or business loans. In that exact order is how I would recommend you should consider paying off your debt. This will yield you the most tax advantage and save you thousands of dollars in unnecessary taxes over time. It is tempting to pay off the lowest balance first because that's one less debt to think about and it feels like you're making progress. While I can agree with this sentiment, it is not financially the wisest things you want to do. Another common mistake people tend to make is that they'll pay off their investment property's mortgage before they pay off their principal property. It could be because the investment property simply has a lower balance, or that they're taking rental income to pay off investment property mortgage instead of using it to pay off principal home's mortgage first. Again, it is because we aren't considering the tax benefits of holding a certain debt over another. A mortgage on your principal home is considered low interest but not tax deductible debt, whereas investment properties mortgage is low interest tax deductible debt. Therefore, you should always pay off your own home's mortgage first before the investment property. It is so important to review your debt management strategy each year and look for opportunities and structures that best benefits you and not the banks. We spend a few hours in our financial planning process to go over this type of education and uncover lost savings from it. Don't brush it off even if you only have 1 or 2 debts. Having a full grasp of this idea could be saving you thousands of dollars. If you're feeling stuck and want unbiased, transparent advice, book a call. I'd love to help.